Hello everyone, how are you all doing? So today here we are back with a new video on Revit Architecture Course, and this is going to be video number 4. Last video was on walls, this time it's on curtain wall. You must be knowing that in Revit there are different kinds of wall. Based on the client's requirement, we have to model different types of wall. So when it comes to curtain wall, again I have created a video on custom curtain panels, and you will find that video in the Revit parametric families playlist. I will include the link for that video in the description as well as at the end of this video. And when it comes to curtain wall, it's a bit complicated, but again, by the end of this video, you will get well versed with curtain wall, and you will not be finding any difficulty to model it. So let's proceed further with the video. Again, for curtain wall, you will click here in architecture, and then curtain, and then when you scroll down to the properties at the end, you will find curtain wall. So there are 3 different types of curtain wall which Revit provides us. One is the curtain wall, which is just a panel without any grids. This is exterior glazing, which will have grids, vertical as well as horizontal grids. And then this is storefront. So this is a complete package which will have grids as well as mullions on those grids. So let us understand the difference between these 3 curtain wall. Here, this is the curtain wall which I have modeled. Again, I will model another curtain wall. Again, I will model one more curtain wall. So I will change this curtain wall to exterior glazing, and the last one I will change this to storefront. Okay, now we'll go in 3D view to see the difference between the 3 curtain wall. See, this is the first curtain wall, which is just a curtain wall, which is just a panel without any grids. This is again exterior glazing, and here there are the grids but no mullions. And this is the curtain wall which comes along with the mullions, and on grids there is a mullion profile. So we'll understand the differences as well as the other options in depth. First, here you see that the constraint option is similar to the walls which we did in the last video. Again, this is coming onto the base level, which is level 1, and then top constraint, it can be anything. It can be level as well as you can define and what can be the height of the curtain wall, and this is set to room bounding. And if there are 4 curtain walls, Revit will consider that as a closed boundary, and it will give you area as well as room information. So what is this justification? This is very, very important to understand. So if you see here, justification for the vertical grids, these are the vertical grids. So the justification for the vertical grid is set to beginning. Whatever the distance we have set for this curtain wall, so that distance is set with respect to the beginning justification. For example, to better understand, you see here that this is the horizontal grids, and the justification is set. The justification is set at the beginning. This is the beginning. If I set justification at the end, what will happen? The same set of panels which are there at the start, it will come at the bottom. Let us see that. See, end. What will happen now? That justification has come at the bottom. Okay, if I do that justification at the center, the same distance will be divided at the top as well as at the bottom, and we will be able to see that the center panels are equally distributed. See this, what has happened at the start as well as at the end. The distance that was extra has been divided, and this curtain panel which are coming at the center, it is at equal distance. Okay, after that, if we go on exploring other options, these are very basic, which comes for other elements also. Now if we go into the edit type category, what will happen here? Here there are again advanced features. First of all, function is just very ordinary. You can define whether you want this curtain wall to be exterior or to be interior, and as there are grids, for horizontal as well as vertical grids, and on top of those grids mullions are modeled. So all those things are done because automatically embed option is enabled. And then here, very important, as of now this is a glass panel which you can see all around. But what if I want to be this as solid? What will happen if I click OK to apply the settings? See what will happen here. You do SD a shaded view, and you can see that this is a curtain panel, and here everywhere there is what a solid panel which has come in. Again, if we go in type of properties, so you will be able to see the vertical grid distance. So this vertical grid distance is set at 1524 ml. You can change that to 1500, as well as horizontal grid you can change that to 1500. If you don't want to specify the spacing, you can mention how many number of grids you want. As of now, how many grids are there? 1 2 3 4 5 grids are there. Okay, vertical grids are 5. If I go to the fixed number, you can decide how many number of grids you want based on the length of the curtain wall. As of now, we'll keep this to maximum spacing. You can also keep this to maximum this one minimum spacing as well. Rest here, these are vertical mullions. For example, you see here that there are 3 different options which are coming in: border type, or border 1, border 2, or border 2 and interior type. So here, as these are the vertical mullions, these are the interior mullions. Okay, and as this is the vertical mullion, again this is border 1, this is border 2. Same goes for horizontal mullion as well. This is border 1 and this is border 2. You can decide based on your requirement. Internal mullions can be rectangular, and the border mullions can be circular or any other geometry. All right, so here we will apply and we will close it off. As we have applied those new settings, that thing has come into picture. Okay, what if out of these solid panels you want this one to be of glass? What will happen? How can you do that? You can simply hover around until you come on any of the mullion, and you can go on pressing tab. Once you go on pressing tab, you will see that there is a blue color boundary that has been all around the mullion. Once you see that boundary, you can click over there, and then you can simply unpin this. Once you unpin this, Revit will allow you to change this particular panel. As of now, I will say that I don't want any panel over there. See, it is just an opening now. It is just an opening now. So what we will do is, again, we will say that this panel also has to be an open space. Okay, here there is an open space. What if I want a door here? What if I want a door here? And what if I want to remove all these panels here? How I will do that? For removing these panels, what you can do is you can go on pressing tab until a grid is selected. Once you see the grid is selected, you will see add or remove segments. As grids are already there, mullions are already there. So if you click over here, whatever grids are there, those grids will be removed. See, this segment has been removed. Even this segment has been removed. Still, I am in the command. You can see here that it tells me click on the grid line. I don't want this grid as well. Okay, now as I clicked somewhere else, I came out of the command. What I can do is I can simply click onto the grid, and then I will say that even I don't want this segment, I don't want this segment. And as we were working on the horizontal grid, you will not be allowed to select the vertical grid. Okay, if you want to select the vertical grid, first you have to unpin this. Okay, now we will again press tab until vertical grids get selected, and then I will click over there and I will say that I want to remove this segment. Again, just click over there and then you click over here. There is no segment at all, and this has become an open space. Now what I can do is I can simply go on pressing tab until this particular panel is selected. And once after unpinning this, what I can do, I can decide what like which type of door I want. As of now, there is no door family. I can load a door family. Once after going load Autodesk family, so here you can select, here you can type in glass door, and then press enter. Once you press enter, these are the doors which Revit will display. You can select any one of the door, load it. Once after loading, what you can do is go on pressing tab until this panel is selected. After that, you can select this door. See what has happened on top. There is no panel, but here at the bottom there is a door which has taken the geometry of this exterior boundary. Okay, the geometry of this exterior boundary. So this is how you can model a door, and this is how you can model. Alright, so here this is what is. And what if you don't want this door to be here? You can also decide that in place of this there can be another door, but to install another door, what you have to do is first you have to make sure that this is a brick wall. Okay, as of now this is a brick wall, and now I can install any ordinary door here based on my requirements. So in between the curtain panel there is a brick wall, and onto this there is a door which has come in. So this is how you can play around with curtain panel. And the video which I created before, in that video I have demonstrated how you can create this custom panel based on the requirement. That was a video on unitize the curtain wall, again in-depth video on how can you explore custom panel family templates. So go on to that video. That is the advanced video, that is the advanced version of this one. You will understand if there is a requirement from the client wherein this mullion has to be of different shape, you can easily do that. All right, so as of now, this is the Revit Architecture course. I want to keep things very simple at the start. Later, as we go on, we will cover the families also. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in. And as always, let us rise and shine together. Thank you.